welcome myself, I guess, back to YouTube. Let's try it again. Hello YouTube, I am coming back. And I thought I would just update you a little bit on what has been happening the last 4 months and the reason I kind of just dropped off. Life basically happened. I thought I would bring you guys a little bit of an update as to what was happening, what's happening now, and all of that stuff. So let's get to it. So I think the last thing I really was consistently posting about was my competitions, obviously. My final one for 2018 was the Alaska show up in Alaska and ended up winning. Came back down in June and it felt like all hell broke loose at the end of that. I had at least, I want to say 3 or 4 more shows planned to do after that Alaska show, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was done competing. I had done 5 shows. I had only won 1, which was really frustrating. I'm a very competitive person, so mentally that was really getting to me that I wasn't placing or doing very well in these shows. And then I ran out of money, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I ran out of money. It was a lot to travel to all these shows, airfare, a place to stay, food, and then not only that, you still have to pay for the show, you still have to pay for your suit, you still have to pay for the tan, you still have to pay for anything you need while you're there. So after 5 shows, I ran out. I had looked at my financial situation and I was like, I can't do anymore, and if I do, I'm gonna put myself in a very bad position. So I had decided to stop, and I was done. You know, I had done 5, I was over it, I wasn't doing well, so I was like, I don't want to do it anymore, for the year at least. I was like, I'm ready to take a break. So we got back from that Alaska show and immediately had family come into town, and the unfortunate part about that is those people made us feel very guilty for going to the gym, and we were made to feel very guilty for going to the gym, and so that got in my head, and I think I just didn't go to the gym for like 2 weeks in a row. Right after a show, family was in town, so they were like, let's go out to dinner, let's go do this, let's go do that, and they're not really, it's not anyone else's job to care about what I care about. It's not anyone else's job to tell me what to do, to make sure I'm staying with my goals. So I fell victim to thinking that people should have been a little bit more respectful of what I was going through, but it is, in the end, my responsibility to uphold all of that stuff. Immediately gained like 30 pounds in a few weeks, you guys. It was bad. 10 pounds is water weight. Like 10 pounds is normal to gain, but I put on 30 really quickly. So that was June. July, we ended up house hunting because we were going to, we did move. And so we started house hunting in July. It was still pretty stressful. We had an engagement party, so we had a ton of family in town for that. And just another month went by where I kind of was very wishy-washy with my goals. I didn't uphold any of them. I didn't really stick to anything consistently. So yeah. And then August came around and we had, I believed, signed a lease at this point and we're moving. So a lot of packing, a lot of just stress of moving. Once again, no motivation, nothing. So June, July, August was just fucking shit. Pardon my language, but it was awful. So the first week of September, we moved down to Vegas, and immediately it was the most stressful situation I've ever experienced in my life. First of all, because moving is very stressful. Second of all, we had family come into town every single weekend the moment we got there. Literally, every single weekend was occupied by family members. It was just so stressful because we had moved, had done all this shit, and then we never had any like downtime for ourselves because every single weekend was occupied by other people's plans and other people's whatever. So September was chaos. We got down there, and then the Olympia was another big weekend. I've gone to the last 2 Olympias and I love them, you guys. They are so motivating. I personally don't really care about any of the vendors, any of the like free gifts, any of the booths or anything like that. I just want to be there for the shows. I want to see the athletes. I want to see them compete. I want to see what the elite looks like. And for me, it is so motivational. I leave those weekends just feeling pumped and ready to take things on. So enter November or October. We were trying to get into a routine. Nothing really happened consistently. I was able to move my job to my home. So my company, I'm very fortunate enough that I have been with them for a few years and they allowed me to do my job from home. So I have a whole office set up with a few monitors and my phone, all of that at home now. So that is amazing. And so I was able to do that. I didn't have to switch jobs or find a new job when I went down there. That took a little bit of stress off. But October was extremely stressful. Just with everything going on. I mean, you're post-show, you're dealing with all this stuff, you've just gone through a move, an engagement, like it was over the top. I had gained 30 pounds, so psychologically for me to feel happy, I couldn't, because this whole year, or last year, the beginning part of it, 6 months, you look and see a beautifully shredded body. And then here you are in 2 months, you've let 30 pounds gain back on. You don't even want to look at yourself naked. And so for me to feel happy about my life and myself, it just wasn't there because I wasn't confident. I was very upset with what I had done to my body. And it just kind of spiraled out of control. So November rolls around. And I went through a breakup. So that engagement was called off, and yeah, that's all there is to that. So November was dealing with that breaking up aspect, which sucks. Anyone who's gone through a breakup knows it sucks. It's not fun at all, but it's something everyone goes through in life, and it is what it is. You know, not every relationship's going to be perfect. Not every relationship's going to be the relationship. So that happened. So December rolled around and I moved out, and now December was just kind of dealing with that. And then Christmas and the holidays obviously were very weird, very, very weird last year because of the breakup and everything. And just, you have all these expectations all year of like, oh, Christmas, and then all of a sudden you have a breakup the month before and you're like, what the fuck do I do? Who do I hang out with? Who do I buy presents for? I'm so confused. I'm so lost. This is not what I wanted. Like, chaos. So December was just trying to figure it out. But the good thing about December is I was actually able to get back on a routine of cardio and lifting consistently. And between December and January, I dropped about 10 or 15 pounds, which was perfect for me and my body to feel comfortable, to feel confident in my clothes again. I could button my jeans without feeling like I'm spilling over. You just feel more confident in your clothes. You feel more confident in your gym clothes. You feel more confident just doing that. So I dropped about 10 or 15 pounds in that month. I'm sure other circumstances played into weight loss, but oh well. It was a big part that I was back at the gym, consistent, hitting my macros, all of that jazz. So January, last month, really turned it around. I really focused on hitting a macronutrient number every day, having proper cheat meals on the weekend, and consistently lifting heavy, because my goal in July was to gain muscle. for the next time I go onto a competition stage. My upper body is a little small compared to my lower body. So my goal 4 months ago was to put on some more size. So January was really when I started putting that to use. Well, I'd say December and January, but I got really consistent with it January. So I've been hitting about, I would say around 2,000 calories of food. I'm maintaining the same weight, which is good. And I'm lifting as heavy as I can at the moment. So that brings us to February. I think that's pretty much it. Update wise, that needs to be known, I guess. So we can look forward now. February. I am claiming this month preseason. I don't know if it'll be February and March or just February, but it is preseason. It is gearing up to my next competition phase, which will be going to national shows. I have competed 2016, 2017, 2018 now, and I did qualify for nationals at the end of my last year with that win. And so my next goal is to hit a national stage and see how I fare up there, and really put my whole effort into it. Last year it was kind of half-assed, and I knew it was, so I was like, I'm not spending the money and I'm not going to do it because I know I'm going to get blown off that stage, because I know in my heart I'm not putting in the effort necessary to compete. So this year I feel a little bit more properly motivated to do so. And that's where we are. So February will be preseason. It's still going to be pushing a proper amount of calories. It's going to be pushing heavy weight. I still want to see if I can put on just a little bit more size on my upper body before I start to trim down. I will be hiring a prep coach for my national show, so stay tuned for that. I will announce that when I hire them. Obviously, I don't want to jump and say this is who I'm getting, because you never know. So I will announce that when that happens. And that's about it. I really don't want to make this too long. I don't want to sit here and ramble for like 45 minutes and bore the freaking hell out of you guys. So I just wanted to give you a brief update. My last post to YouTube was about 4 months ago. So I think I've caught you all up to date on my life. Here I am back. Welcome me back to the YouTube game. This will be fun. Follow along if you guys want. I had a few girls reach out to me that were asking me when I was going to come back, when I was going to start vlogging again. And if you're watching this, thank you. That makes me feel special, because a lot of the times people don't comment on stuff that you're doing, so you're not sure if what you're doing is annoying, what you're doing is helpful, inspiring, motivating, whatever. So it was really cool to have girls reach out and ask me when I'm coming back. So here I am. I am back. Alrighty. That's all. Bye, guys.